Welcome to the Pulse broadcast. I am William Crooks. 3 stories from Stanstead today. A demolished building near the U.S. crossing is being reimagined as a riverfront park. I spoke with town councillor Sophie Nagle about what's taking shape. The Haskell Free Library and Opera House has completed a major new Canadian entrance years in the making. Board President Sylvie Boudreau walks us through it. And one resident, Brigitte Barbe-Letourneau, is pushing to bring a community fitness center to a town that currently has no gym. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the Pulse of the Eastern Townships broadcast. I am William Crooks. Stanstead is a small border town, but it's thinking big about its riverfront. A demolished building near the U.S. crossing is being reimagined as a community park and a belvedere viewing platform, with granite benches, garden pathways, and space for summer concerts. It's a project years in the making, and it's finally taking shape. I sat down with Stanstead Town Councillor Sophie Nagle to get the full picture, what's going up, what's coming down, and when residents can expect to enjoy it.
Maybe give me you recently became a councillor in November. How's that going?
Yeah, it's going well. Really interesting. I think if you like to learn new things, then you always find there's always so much to learn.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm really liking it.
Fantastic. Okay, so tell me about this new park. Now, I think I covered it. It's been in the works for a while, right? Because I think I mentioned it in an article in the Record maybe early last year.
Yeah, so exactly. They started last year because they had to, there was a process, so they had to buy the old building and then get the permits to be able to partly demolish it. Obviously there was engineers involved because they kept the structure of the building, so they had to make sure that it was all sound. And then there was all that part, and then obviously then it came to making the partnership. So then they found a partnership with Renovation.
Yes.
Who were involved in helping develop the park around where the platform's going to be.
Right.
So all that process was kind of happening in the works last year, and now I guess the real work is starting soon.
But the building is down.
The building is down.
Right.
So if you go there, you'll just see a metal structure.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the base of what the platform will be using. So it's reusing, the solid metal structure that's there, and then they will be building on that to make this kind of viewpoint. I guess we call it the platform, which is the belvedere as well. So it's a viewpoint that will look over into the river. Yeah, so you can see it very clear. You can very clearly see it from when you're coming in, to Canada from the States.
Right. I was going to ask about the location just to confirm. So you come in from the States, and it's before the little art exhibit place, exactly. La Forge. I can't remember what it's called. The Gabriel's.
Yeah, exactly. So it's on the other side. So if you're Canada side and you're looking towards the States, you go down all the way Dufferin, and right before, at the very end of the building line on the right-hand side, it's there. So it's really right next to the border.
Okay.
The border police are. Yeah. So yeah, it's up. So it's diagonally across from La Vieille Douane.
And what is it going to look like? It's going to have benches. Are there going to be plants and things? I mean, what can people expect?
So people can expect there'll be the beautiful platform, and then around that will be a garden that will be filled with native plants. They're making it so that there'll be little pathways, there'll be grass, they'll be used. They're using old granite to make benches.
Wow.
So and obviously Stanstead is the granite.
That's right.
There'll be granite. There'll be the idea is actually, so there'll be that park. So they're going to be having an event on the 23rd of May to take off all that concrete, and then from then on they'll be planting. So that will be happening throughout the summer, and then there'll be there'll be the unveiling, I guess, in the fall or a bit late summer. What else is there going to be? There's going to be a spot that's a little bit more open so that there can be events. So they're thinking, during Festi Musique, they would be able to have a little concert there. The idea is because that part of the street, the border is closed as of 8 p.m. So they're thinking that maybe they can make it into a kind of little place to be.
Sure.
In the evenings. So plants, benches, shade, nice platform, lighting.
One thing that comes to mind is I think I covered this 1 or 2 years ago. The tomophobia comes up pretty high sometimes, and there was I think there was a whole erosion issue beside the gallery there that I covered. What implications does that have for the park at all? Have you done anything to mitigate that, or is it kind of built in a way that even if the water comes up, it doesn't matter? Or
so that part, I know that I don't know. Look, it was before I was councillor, so I know that there was work done to help secure, to stabilize the erosion issue.
Right.
It's on the other side, so it won't have an impact because it's a bit more natural there. There's no buildings right up against the river.
Right.
So, as far as I'm aware, and I wouldn't. So, as far as I'm aware, it doesn't affect the erosion. Won't affect that part. The idea is that eventually we'd be able to kind of extend that park right down towards the river.
Okay.
So that would be a phase. I don't know, a phase 3. But the idea is that park would be able to be extended right down to the river because there aren't buildings jammed up like on the other side.
Sure. Will it be usable in the winter?
That's a good question. Well, I think I don't know. I prefer not to say that.
That's okay.
It would have to be plowed. I don't what the plans are for winter.
Right.
I imagine that the park will be plowed, like the little walkways. There'll be a little kind of walkways in the park. They will be plowed, but will the platforms be usable in winter? I don't have the answer to that. I can find out if you want.
And then, one last thing. What's the timeline here? When can will it be ready for this summer?
The work will be happening throughout the summer. So
May,
they'll be taking out the concrete, which then allows Renovation, so the Renovation as a partner. They're a social enterprise who do projects to make city centres more green,
right?
With more nature. So they will be able to start doing their work throughout the summer. So it will be, I'd say September, October. So it'll be fall when it will be ready to be enjoyed.
Fantastic. Okay, great. Is there anything important that my questions missed?
It was more the community aspect of it. So there was a vision kind of workshop where people from the community and councillors and the mayor were there to kind of think about how we wanted it to look, like what we thought would be best for the people of Stanstead. So that very much community feel is important to this project, which is also reflected in the whole taking out of the concrete on the 23rd of May.
Sure.
So, they want it to be a community effort.
Fantastic. And that just reminds me, whose idea was this in the first place? I forget.
I know, I was asking the same question. So I think apparently it really came about a conversation about what they could do with that area. And I think when they realized that the structure was sound, it came about, I asked Jody, was it your idea? And Jody was like, it's not just my idea. It was very much an effort between the town councillors at the time, him, but also the Stanstead, the Villa Stanstead team, because they've worked really hard on it as well, this project. Finding the partner, finding getting the citizen involved. So it's very much, I'd say, a joint effort between the mayor, the town councillors at the time, and the Villa Stanstead team.
That was Stanstead councillor Sophie Nagle. The concrete removal event is scheduled for May 23rd, open to the community, with planting continuing through the summer and full opening expected in the fall. For the full written story, head to pulsetownships.com, and if you found this useful, please share it with someone who cares about what's happening in the townships. We're building something here too, and every reader and listener helps. Until next time, I'm William Crooks. Thanks for listening to The Pulse. The Haskell Free Library and Opera House is one of the most unusual buildings in North America. Sitting right on the Canada-US border with its front door in Vermont and most of its collection in Quebec. This week we're talking about a major chapter in the Haskell story, the completion of a new Canadian entrance that's been years in the making. I spoke with Sylvie Boudreau, president of the library's board of trustees, about burst pipes, heritage approvals, a $700,000 price tag, and what it all means for this beloved cross-border institution.
Just tell me the current situation. So the entrance is open, but it's not quite done yet, right?
No, it's not done. It's accessible right now.
Accessible.
Everyone can use it. And what's left to do is full things inside. There's an indoor door that we need to put that will not be there until mid-May. After that, there is the retaining wall and the parking lot to be finished. After that, it's going to be the lawn, but the lawn should be done within 2 weeks because we're doing you will receive an invitation, but I'm telling you, put that on your calendar.
Yeah.
We are doing the inauguration the 10th of June at 11, so that's a Wednesday.
Sure.
So there's going to be the ribbon cutting. There's going to be politicians from Canada, Quebec, and Vermont that are invited.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So that's gonna be it, and that's gonna be the end for sure. The amount right now we are close. At the end, we're gonna be close to 700. And
700,000.
Yeah. Close to for the entrance.
Okay, sorry, is that the cost or the money you raised?
The cost.
Okay.
The money we raised is close to $350, but we are always accepting donations.
Yes, of course, yeah. I'll make sure to mention that, yeah.
Yeah, we always accepting donations. Like for the lawn, doing the terrassement, to do all that. There's a company from Hemingford that offered is free of charge to do it. So,
right. Okay, and did everything go smoothly?
Excuse me?
Did everything go smoothly? Were there problems, delays?
Yeah, a lot of delays, sure. Yeah, many delays because, everything, like the windows and the doors, they have to be done by artisan. Also, the weather. We had to do that in the winter. So
right.
Depending on the weather, we had to delay few things, and that having to do that in the winter is it has cost because we had to heat. The concrete costs more when you do that in the winter. When they installed the granite on the building, it needed to be heated. Inside, they demolished all the walls, exterior walls, to do all the insulation and redo all this. And we needed to put big fans and heaters because at one point we thought that we had enough with just the little register that we had and the pipe burst.
Right.
So
wow.
A bit of flooding.
Okay, wow.
All this. Plus, you understand, William, that everything we are doing needs to be approved by Heritage Quebec.
Yes, of course.
So all the designs, all the materials, it was all decided by them.
Wow, okay.
So the only thing we did really, it was to pay.
Right. Okay. Okay. And how do you think it looks? Are you happy?
Oh, the thing is, okay, let's say, maybe I don't understand what is heritage because we had other ideas,
Okay.
Where I am, I am in the antique world. So I had ideas, and I said, oh, we could do that. And I was with my committee, and what do you think? We could do this, we could do that. And it was all refused. It's a little bit more modern than I would have, that I would like.
Right, okay.
I can say. But supposedly it has to reflect the year we are doing the renovation.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would have, I guess, preferred something that really fit into exactly the way Haskell already is.
According to MCCQ, it does work with what the Haskell is. Yeah. According to them.
Okay. Yeah. I understand. Okay, great. Okay, so there's a bunch of nice pictures on Facebook. And then we have the ribbon cutting coming up, and of course I'll go to that.
Everyone is invited. The church is invited, and everyone is invited because it's a big celebration. I want this to be festive. I don't, it's going to be kind of solemn, but festive. It's a feel good accomplishment.
And was it difficult dealing with no real entrance for a while? Like, is the Haskell going to be kind of relieved that this is all over?
Because we had to use the patron, and everyone had to use the tower, which is like six flight of stairs. We were arriving in the Opera House, going down again, going through the offices of the employees to go into the library. That was awful.
Right.
But now it's perfect. And also, even if they were like in wheelchair or had problems to access the library, we could have, the USB told us that for this we could have used the American entrance. But people were just like, why bother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That was Sylvie Boudreau of the Haskell Free Library and Opera House in Stanstead. The grand inauguration is set for June 10th at 11 a.m. A ribbon cutting open to the whole community, with politicians from Canada, Quebec, and Vermont expected to attend. If you'd like to support the project, donations are still being accepted. Thanks for listening. Welcome to the Pulse of the Eastern Townships broadcast. I'm William Crooks. Stanstead is a small town, and right now it has no gym. One resident is working to change that. Brigitte Barbe-Letourneau moved to town last summer and is already deep into plans for a community fitness center serving all ages. When she tested public interest with a survey, she got 166 responses in under 28 hours. I sat down with her on April 24th to find out where the project stands.
Connect yourself to this community gym initiative and give me your background a little bit.
I could give you a preliminary of what's been happening and what's going on.
Sure.
But I can't go into the final details of the project.
Yeah, that's fine. Sure.
Okay.
Go for it.
So I'm Brigitte. My background, so I have a bachelor's degree in accounting. We just moved within the region, so we purchased a home last summer in Stanstead. Ultimately, we're looking to help the community and also offer more activities for families and for health,
sure,
mental health, physical health, and so forth. Other than that, do you have any specific questions you'd like?
Yeah, well, I know you can't say the final stage of the project, but Like, do you have some idea of what kind of space you'd be looking for it?
Yeah, so right now that's where we're at, right? So depending on the kind of space we're able to get will depend on the outcome and the progression of the project. The more space we have, the more we could offer. The less space we have, well, obviously the less we could offer.
Right.
So ideally what we would like would be a space is going from 1,400 square foot to 5,000 square foot. And then that range will determine what we could offer. So initially it'll be the gym for youth and adults and people of that are older in age.
Yes.
And then we'd like to also offer space for children so they could do motor development and also offer courses.
Now, when you say gym, I mean, do you mean like weightlifting machines? Do you mean dumbbells? Do you mean like a basketball hoop with a little area? What do you mean?
Yeah, so right now we have 13 fitness machines. So they're cardio fitness machines that we have right now.
Right.
We do have plans to have a squat rack.
Nice.
And also the pre-engineer. Yes, it's a machine with where you have like two pulley systems with that you could pull and use for reps.
Okay, fantastic. Now, what makes it a community gym? I mean, do people buy memberships? Like, what exactly are you envisaging?
Yeah, so I want to go on a membership base, but also a unique time base. And what makes it community is that it's not exclusive to age categories at all. And there's going to be a diverse range of activities that can be offered to a very wide range of individuals. So going from like the stricter machines where you have like the dumbbells to the more cardio to activity-based to a child zone with like a eventually it's like a jungle gym but for sports activities.
Can you give me a little more detail about what kind of places are you looking at? Can you talk about any specific possible buildings or is it too soon?
So right now it's a little too soon, but I do have a few of them in mind. But they will offer, like, depending on which one will be how we can go about.
Yeah.
So for sure, like, there's, like, somebody suggested the church. So that was something I was initially interested in.
Right.
However, going in contact with the people, that's a whole different thing. So I've sent out emails. And I need to send out letters in order to reach people in that manner in order to see if that's even an option at the moment. If not, there's beside the tradition. However, beside the tradition, it's going to bring up my cost to the limit of our budget.
Okay.
And then that's also a place, right? The terms of the contract is 5 years, which are we ready to do a 5-year contract? Are we not? So that's still in play right now.
I know Stanstead doesn't have a gym. Have you done any kind of market research? Like how much interest do you predict you'll get?
So initially when we did our first market research, it was just to see if there was a need or an interest. And so our goal was to get 50 answers in order to move forward with the project to see and dig further. However, within 3 hours, we got 87 responses. And then in 28 hours, we got 166 responses. And then we took down the survey in order to be able to produce numbers and give a proposal report. So the proposal report has been sent off to the MRC de Maintry-Magog with conseillère en entreprise.
Okay, and how many... Do you have like a range, like how many people would you employ, do you think, in the area?
So that will really depend on the viability and the real interest of the population. So I'm about to do a second survey in order to validate the numbers and get more in-depth analysis of the potential impact.
Oh, well, what's the timeline?
so that's
It depends, I guess, right?
Yeah, it would depend. But honestly, we would like to have it by August this year. But if there's delays in financing and so forth, then it could be next year.
Okay. Good to know.
I have an appointment with the mayor on the 13th of May.
That was Brigitte Barbe-Letourneau speaking with me on April 24th about her plans for a community fitness center in Stanstead. A second public survey is coming. A proposal has already gone to the MRC de Memphremagog, and she has a meeting with the mayor on May 13th. We'll continue following this story as it develops. For the Pulse broadcast, I'm William Crooks. Quick updates before you go. The Riverfront Park's concrete removal event is May 23rd, open to the community. The Haskell's grand inauguration is June 10th at 11 a.m. And we'll keep following the fitness center project as it develops. Full stories can be found at pulsetownships.com. I'm William Crooks. Thanks for listening, and always remember, keep that finger on the pulse.
The Pulse. The Pulse. Townships interviews. Don't forget breaking news. The Pulse, the Pulse, the Pulse. Broadcast just for you. Are you heading out for a cruise? Or lying there for a snooze? The Pulse, the Pulse, the Pulse. Broadcast just for you. Hey, I know that guy. Hey, I know that gal too. The Pulse, the Pulse, the Pulse. Broadcast just for you. The townships are the muse. Make sure to choose. The Pulse, the Pulse, the Pulse, the Pulse. The Pulse, the Pulse, the Pulse, the Pulse. The Pulse of the Eastern Townships broadcast just for you. The Pulse, the Pulse, the Pulse, the Pulse. The Pulse of the Eastern Townships broadcast just